Here I am at teacherspayteachers.com, and I'm already logged in because I have an account with them, and I don't believe you need an account in order to do everything that you're about to see in this video. But if you do need to make an account, it doesn't cost any money to have one. So I'm logged in, and I am on the main page, and I want to search for resources associated with basically middle school geography. So I am going to select, and since I know that my outcomes, my standards of learning that I'm trying to support are not fifth grade, because they weren't in the fifth grade SOLs, they were in the secondary. So I'm going to select 6th and 7th and 8th as my target population. And I'm going to go down and I'm going to select under subjects. I'm in the social studies. I hover over that and I will scroll down and select geography, because I know that that is the general category for the world geography standard of learning that I want to support. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to start to look at some of the resources that just pop up. And you'll notice that some of these, like the very first one, Regions of the United States, 5 complete units with informational text, they're charging $24 for this particular resource. And that is not something that I am interested in. I'm just going to keep coming down. The maps, globes, and landforms looks kind of interesting. But I go over here and I notice that it's 4 stars. That's nice. It's $5 though, and that's still more than I want to spend. I'm just looking for something for my kids to do next week, because I want it to support my unit or my outcomes for a geography unit, but I'm not going to spend $5 on it if I don't have to. Balloon globes, that looks kind of cool. Money. So I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, you know what? I don't want to see any resources that cost any money right now. So I am going to go over to the prices area and I'm just going to click on free. So I click on free and I'm looking at what's available. And here's something called Maps, Regions of the United States. This product from Teaching in the Fast Lane was made to provide a comparison of the regions of the United States. Well, that word comparison is definitely in the standard of learning that I'm interested in supporting. So I'm going to go ahead and select that one just to take a look at it. And I already downloaded it. It says you own it. Well, I took a look at it, but I'm just going to scroll down at 6 pages. And I'm going to just take a look at it and see if it's something that I might use for my class. So I'm going to click on download now. And it is waiting to download, and this is made by this particular teacher. And here I am in the PDF document. That's the file format that was downloaded. Regions of the United States, fold up. And here's a little logo that the teacher made, Teaching in the Fast Lane. And here are the regions, it looks like, that this particular resource addresses. So when I read to the teacher, this product was made to provide a comparison of the regions of the United States. And so it definitely looks like something that might support my outcome. I am going to make my window a little bit smaller though, so that you can see a little bit more of it. There we go. After copying one fold-up template for each student, cut along the dotted lines and fold along the bold lines. Okay, well, it sounds like a lot of work that I have to do and not my students, but let's take a look. So here's an example of what it is. It's something that I print out. It's got the regions here. And when you flip back the tabs, then the students write stuff, it looks like, about the regions. And here is the actual printout. So it looks like a copy master. And then there are some reflection questions included. What do the 7 different regions of the United States have in common? I suppose that's an interesting question. If you had to choose which region to live in, which would you choose? I'll take the one with New York City in it, thank you. That's assuming that I have all the money in the world. And that's basically it. So I have enough, I can see in this particular activity, which is basically just one page that you print off and fold and have the students create something where they write specific features about these different regions. And I would have to give my students some direction over how to do this. And in fact, I don't think I would want these titles included. I would delete those. I would take this, if I wanted to use this, I would take this into Acrobat, Adobe Acrobat, and delete the text for the regions, because I would want my students, first of all, to be able to name what the region is just based on the shape of the map. And then I would also want each of my students, or maybe working in teams, they might have something specific about these regions that they would want to write some information about, and maybe even write the questions about the regions. So it might be what is that region known for in terms of its industry or commerce, or what are the common religions in those regions, or what are the primary Native American populations. That would be a very long list, certainly, but or maybe some larger populations or waterways of the regions, something that could be specific for each student. But I suppose this would be enough for me to be able to evaluate and review for the sake of this project. So I would download it, and then this is what I would this piece of material I would analyze in the using the criteria set forth in this project.